Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is back in the news, once again displaying her disgust for the American people and the American way. She goes on, well, let me get to this tweet in just a second. Listen, if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button. You see down there, see how I have less than 300 subscribers, or maybe more now that this video's up. But you see how I have right around 300 subscribers? I'm over here dropping truth bombs, and Lil Bub the cat, the Down syndrome cat, is still more famous than me. It's unacceptable, people. Go down there and hit subscribe. If you like podcasts, not on YouTube, but like a full audio show, my show's 5 days a week. Go down, find a link, iTunes, SoundCloud, whatever. Click on that. You can listen to the show every day. And please hit subscribe and please hit share on your social media. Get the word out, man. This is how it all happens. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has finally said, let me read this to you here. Says, yep, if you don't like the Green New Deal, then come up with your own ambitious, on-scale proposal to address the global climate crisis. Until then, we're in charge, and you're just shouting from the cheap seats. Now, this is beautiful because this is who these people really are. Beware of people who lust for power, right? There's power that you gain by earning it, right? When you work really hard, then you have the authority to call yourself an expert in something, right? Like if you're a welder or a mathematician or a carpenter or a biochemist or whatever, like when you work really hard, you gain authority by accomplishing things, right? But the thing that you desire is not power itself. The thing is the mastery of that thing. But when you seek power so that you may be the master, that's profane. That's demonic. And finally, this woman has well, now I shouldn't say finally because it's always been there. She's always been peeling back the mask to see the demon behind it. She doesn't want to help Americans. She wants power. And that's who politicians truly are. Not all of them, right? There's some good ones out there. I think Trey Gowdy isn't a guy like that. I think there's a number of them out there, but for the most part, they just want power and they don't care how they get it. We live in a constitutional republic where it is by the people. Our government is by the people and for the people. And she's talking about, until then, we're in charge. You mean we? What do you mean we? No, the American people are in charge. We've put you there and we can take you out. The American people are in charge, but that's not what she's saying. We're in charge. You're just talking from the cheap seats because you're a little person who doesn't have any power. I have power. F you. That's who this lady is. And by the way, the context of this, well, in some of her other tweets, she was talking about, I'm going to pay my staffers $52,000 a year because I'm a good person. It's like, whoa. Where are you going to get the money to pay them that? Oh, well, I have a budget that I'm given from the federal government. Oh, okay, where do they get their money from? Oh, they get it from the Federal Reserve. Okay, where do they get their money from? You see, dum-dum, the money comes from the American taxpayer. That's our money. So when you're over there spending my money and trying to make it sound like you're the good person, no, actually, I'm the good person. I'm the one paying them. I'm the one paying your staffers, occasionally coherent. I'm paying your staffers. My listeners are paying your staffers. That's who's paying your staffers. And you're saying that I'm a bad person? And you're the good person while you're taking my money and giving it to your staffers. This is the face of who these people are, and now we can see it more clearly. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez ruins a deal with Amazon. Now, keep in mind, I've got no love for Amazon. I hate Jeff Bezos. I think he's a liberal lefty piece of garbage as well. But again, like the left can't help but cannibalize themselves. They can't stop eating. They just nom, 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 nom. AOC kicks out Amazon, costs her neighborhood all these jobs. And guess what? No matter what happens, even the most staunch AOC fan is going to look at that and say, now wait a minute here. That just sounds like a spin job. There's so many different ways that people are coming out and say, oh, well, they would have given those good jobs to people from other places who would have moved here so that they can work there. It's like, okay, well, where is your proof of that? That's speculation. You have no proof of that. Oh, well, they were going to do this and they were going to do this. Like, okay, well, where's your proof? Even the most staunch supporter in her district is going to be looking at the situation like, wait a minute here. You haven't brought any jobs into our neighborhood. Somebody came to you and said, we want to bring jobs into your neighborhood. We believe in what you're doing so much. We want to put one of our headquarters right in the middle of your town. Everybody's going to get well. And she said, no, because you're a capitalist pig. It's like, no, that's Jeff Bezos. He's one of you, lady. And you just cannibalized yourself. And Dianne Feinstein, senator from California, chimed in on the Green New Deal. Oh boy, this was a whopper. Did you guys see this? So she comes in and destroy. This is the whole thing. Like, this is why we have phrases like a house divided cannot stand. The Democrats are a house divided because they're not Democrats. They're Democrats, they're liberals, and they're leftists, and they're progressives. And none of those people, it's just like the intersectional politics thing where it's like, where you have, there's black people and they're victims, right? And then there's trans people and they're victims. And then there's black trans people and they get the biggest victim card of them all. And then there's black trans kid, gay, whatever. And when you set yourself up like that, it's like you're going to have intersectional fighting. You're going to have groups of people struggling for more power if they believe that the power itself is victimhood. And that's why those people are devouring themselves. The same thing is going on in the demonic Democrats. Is that it's not just Democrats anymore. They've got at least 4 different categories of people and they all hate one another. And so they're just devouring themselves. So Dianne Feinstein, who again, look at her face. You just look at pictures of her. That's what a demon-possessed person looks like. That's what a face looks like when it's done nothing its whole life except for thirst and lust after power. And what does she do? She comes in and craps all over Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, along with many other Democrats. And it's beautiful to behold because, again, you have to be able to see the light through it all. Because what's happening right now is that the darkness is doing what darkness can only do. And that's self-destruct. And that's what's happening right now. Praise Jesus.